foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can cover the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard.
Well, Coach, it is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 20.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hey, switch gears. Check 13.
Breida, he'll try the right side. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That one good for 26 and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
20.
On first down, it's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like it, just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Newton now to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Go 14. He's crashing.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Here we go.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Hey.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. 25. Check 25.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here I come again.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
57, Mike, 57.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
8 yards on the pickup.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Gun. Under 10.
On first down, here's Breida. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Breida. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Ready? Ready? Great, great, great. We want it. Come to my world. Ready?
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
First down, Seahawks.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right. At the 50.
Out of bounds at the 50-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Alert.
Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he's got this down to the 35. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. In for the score. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Drake. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Ready? Get ready. Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Swing. Hey.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad On return here, he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
It's just me and you.
They stay on the ground with Drake. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Wilson. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Check 9. I get it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
80. 57. Cut. He's checking. Great.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
At the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Breida. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gun.
They run again with Breida. And some room to work. 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
At the 28-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Gun.
Coleman now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Wide, get wide. Great.
Now it's Breida. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's get it. Right to the 3, 20. Hey, we got a seal. All day, dog. Kill. Hey.
They run with Breida, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. He'll take a shot from that. He's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Myers connects on the PAT, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Quit talking about it.
Back to throw, Newton. And he finds Stills, complete. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And he's got some space here. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 60 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Solomon Thomas, a sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down.
Let's go, D. 29 is the mic.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Running, it's Drake. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now a give to Breida. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 69 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out, coaches screaming, tackle him, get it. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
23 yards, the final tally.
Bang out, bam.
Wilson to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. On first down, Wilson. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the 49ers, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall 2 games.